Hi everyone. I finished Breaking Dawn Monday night. I loved it.
Out of fantasy affair, we didn't get wet, we didn't dare. Our aspirations are wrapped up in books.
This whole video will be about Breaking Dawn. The first half of it is just going to be a slight overview, nothing that will ruin it for anyone who hasn't finished or isn't reading it yet. Overall, I think it's a perfect ending to a saga. Wrapped everything up, it answered all our questions, and it made for a really happy ending, which was nice. So I think it's something that everyone kind of looks for. Jacob's book I didn't like too much. It's not because I'm not a Jacob fan. I am Team Edward, true, but I do like Jacob, and I just found his narrative a little bit annoying almost. I didn't understand a lot of things that he was doing, and it was making me really angry a lot of the time, mostly because I was frustrated with where the book was going at this point. I wasn't sure what to expect from it because it was completely different from the other three books. But once it got back into book 3 again, and I kind of understood what the whole point of this book 2 and how it was necessary for everything to come together at the end, I was happy with it. And I finished it, and I was happy, and I was very glad. It was a perfect ending. A lot of people aren't too pleased with it, and I think that's just mostly the way it goes. I mean, you can't please everyone. Bella and Edward deserve a happy ending, and that's what they get, and that's why I like Breaking Dawn. Turn this off if you haven't finished it. But definitely come back later because I'm going to do an in-depth thing on the book itself. Breaking Dawn, I really liked it when Bella and Edward got married. I loved the wedding, and I just thought it was cute and perfect, and just that everyone could be there. And we got to meet more of the Denalis, which was really cool. I thought, of course, Tanya didn't come back and be with Edward, but that's just the way it is, I guess. I loved the honeymoon. I thought the way Stephanie Meyer wrote what you would call quote-unquote those sex scenes, I thought they were really good the way she did it, and it wasn't like smutty or anything gross, still all age appropriate, and I just thought like Bella's embarrassment, even Edward's embarrassment, was really cute and perfect, and I was really pleased with the whole thing. And it started to get to the point where Bella became pregnant. I thought this was getting a little too weird for me. I was like, okay, it's a baby, but it's just been conceived and it's like kicking her, and I was like, this isn't normal. And then Edward's like, I want to kill it, and then I was all mad at Edward. I don't like being mad at Edward. It's hard to be mad at Edward, and he made me angry. And sort of towards the middle of it, when it was starting to kill her almost, I was like, we should have listened to Edward. We should have killed that thing, okay? So there's a little bit mixed emotions with the little vampire half-human baby. I thought the whole concept of having a half-human vampire baby was really weird at first, and I just couldn't get into it, you know? But I went to bed that first night not enjoying the book at all. I just didn't like where it was going. Then it cuts into Jacob's perspective, which I found annoying. It took me a while to figure out that it was Jacob. I mean, like, I knew, but I was like trying to figure, I kept thinking like, why is Bella saying this? And I was like, oh yeah, it's Jacob. And I thought that it was really annoying to be out of Bella's head, because we've never been given that perspective before, except for at the end of Eclipse, which I think she was preparing us for. But I just didn't like having that perspective. I don't know, it wasn't bad or anything, it just wasn't something that I was used to. And I found Jacob's like narrative kind of annoying, more annoying than Bella, I thought, which is saying something. It was nice to see the other perspective, because we kind of had to have closure with the whole pack of the werewolf thing, which I thought was a good way to do it with Jacob's perspective. Also, I think from Bella's perspective, it would have just been annoying to be like, the baby's killing me, but I love it. And I think we would have got even more angry at her, like, you stupid freak, why are you having this stupid baby? It killed me to have Edward in pain, like, the whole half of the book, just, like, dead inside. And the thing that bothered me was that it's the Twilight series. It's Bella and Edward's story, you know? And it's all about them and their relationship, and the fact that this other thing came in, and not that it was a bad thing, but you know, it was different to have. I wasn't sure if I liked having a third person in it that Bella loved more than Edward. It was just kind of interesting to me. I just couldn't, like, I was like, no, because the reason I fell in love with this is because Bella fell in love with Edward, and just to have that other thing there that just got in the way of what could be a perfect relationship just drove me insane. I was mad at Jacob a lot, but then in the end I was like, okay, Jacob, you're okay. I was pissed off at Jacob when he told Charlie. I was pissed off when he was just being a jerk about Bella having the baby, and I was even more pissed off when he imprinted on the baby once it was born. The baby's a girl, obviously, Renesmee, I think it is, Renesmee. The name was a little weird to get used to, but I thought it was kind of cute that she named him after both of her mothers. Just, you know, just like everyone else, I started to fall in love with Renesmee too. And I like really cared about her, and I thought she was cute, and I was surprised by that. I loved it when Bella became a vampire. It was just, you know, they kept saying throughout the book, like, it's like you were born for this role, and I agree completely. She was more graceful, more beautiful, and I loved it that Charlie accepted it for what it was. Even though he didn't know the whole details, he was like, you know, I'm just glad to have you in my life. And he loved Renesmee, which I thought was cute. And oh god, it was so sad when Alice left. Me and my cousin were really sad because Alice wasn't in the book at all, and she's like one of our favorite characters. But she came back and she ended up kind of saving the day, which I thought was really cool. I loved it that there was more half-human vampire things, and that everyone kind of came together at the end, which I thought was really interesting, especially for vampires to do that. At the end, I just wanted to be a vampire more than I already did. So, yeah, it was really cool. I loved it, and I loved Bella as a vampire once that happened, and once everyone was just happy. And I was kind of freaked out about the whole Jacob Renesmee thing, but after a while, I just kind of accepted it like Bella did. I think I kind of accepted it with her, and it made a lot of sense. And you know, it was nice to know that he didn't want to like marry her right away, because that's what I thought, and I was kind of getting creeped out. He just wanted her happiness and well-being, and I thought that was sweet. And you know, the whole more than my own life with the locket, I thought that was adorable. So overall, Breaking Dawn, really good book. My next book that I'm reading is Maureen Johnson's Girl at Sea. So if you guys want to join along with that, or just keep me updated, I'll keep you updated on my progress. And this is the next one.